Hi everyone, it's me again, Eska, back with another video. And today, pag-uusapan natin how I got my Schengen Visa. So, just recently, I just got my Schengen Visa. Ito yun. From Italy. So, I will go to my fiancé this coming holidays. So, we will talk about now how I got this, what are the requirements I prepared and submitted to the embassy. And I will try to be very specific of where did I got all the papers or the requirements for the Italian embassy. So, without any further ado, let's start. So first, where did I apply? I applied Italian Embassy directly at the McKinley Hills, Taguig. They're open for walk-in applicants. There are, I think, 3 visa applications sa Makati, sa Via Center. Sila yung parang third party na inassign ng Italian Embassy for the visa application. That's where I first applied my visa. And then next is the Italian Embassy in Chino Roses Avenue. No, di pala. Sa Legazpi Village. Actually, Italy just recently opened their borders for travel, I think September, if I'm not mistaken. Nag-open yung borders nila for travelers, for unmarried couples. And dito sa Philippines, nag-open din yung outbound travel last November. So when I heard that news, me and my fiancé right away applied for. I gathered all the requirements we need for the Schengen Visa. This is not actually my first time to apply for a Schengen Visa. This is my third time now to apply for a Schengen Visa, for a visit visa to Italy. And I experienced before also a lot of Schengen Visa applications because I'm a seafarer. So I've done a lot of Schengen Visa application. By the way, the visa that I applied for is a sponsorship, meaning my fiancé sponsored my whole trip to Italy. So basically, it is a tourist visa also, but since you have someone with you that will sponsor your trip, they call it like a sponsorship visa. So later on, I will explain more about that. Ano nga ba yung mga papers na sinubmit ko sa Italian Embassy? First is my original passports, my old passport and my new passport. I both submitted that because you need to show to the embassy your travel history for the stamps and other visas that you had before. And next, application form duly signed and dated with passport size picture. Next is yung introduction letter. This is the cover letter. So I actually asked for help about this one at PinaySchengenVisa.com. So, she's a Filipina na tumutulong sa lahat ng letter writing for visa application like cover letter, sponsorship letter, and invitation letter. For the introduction letter, doon nakasaad lahat ng information about me and my fiancé, saan kami nagkakilala, gaano na kami katagal, kung nakapunta na ba siya dito sa Philippines, and ako kung nakapunta na ba ako dun sa Italy. So basically, it's like all the information about us. So we need to indicate all about our relationship sa cover letter. And dito rin nakalagay yung lahat ng information about me, kung saan ako nagwo-work, kailan ako nag-start, may travel history, kung saan ba ako nakapunta na, and what else. Also, naka-indicate din dito yung information, some information about my fiancé, stating that he will sponsor my trip to Italy because that's very important to indicate that in your cover letter. I also included my strong proof of ties mo dito sa Philippines para sure na babalik ka talaga after ng iyong trip. And next is the copy of my passport, previous visas, and immigration stamps. Ito nga yung nasabi ko a while ago that you have to photocopy all of your previous visas, passports, old and new, yung bio page, saka yung last page. And next, copy of my Simmons book and Panama book. Since I'm a seafarer, I included also this document. Nakalagay dito yung history ng work ko, kung saan na ako nakapag-work, anong mga barko yon. And yung stamps din, nakalagay doon kung kailan ako nag-start mag-work and kung kailan natapos yung contract ko. And the next is proof of occupation. Ito nga yung copy of my previous contract. And then certificate of employment. We have two certificate of employment. Certificate of sea service from my employer here sa Philippines and doon sa barko na pinanggalingan ko. And then, this is not really important but I included this. Yung work appraisal certificate ko because I became an employee of the month for the month of November with the ship's captain picture just to show to them that I have a reputable background experience. Next is the proof of economic means, which is the bank certificates, bank statements. Galing yun sa bangko mo dito sa Philippines. You can also include your credit cards, statements if you have any. 6 months for the bank statements and yung bank certificate, doon nakalagay yung total ng amount nung nasa bangko mo. So, for this one, be careful kasi tinitignan ng consul kung talagang 6 months ay may movement sa iyong bank account. Kasi hindi pwede yung naglagay ka lang bigla ng, for example, like 50,000 just to show to them that you have enough money for your trip. So, hindi ganun yun. Kailangan may movements ka from the last 6 months. Like, hindi mo lang siya nilagay for one time, 50,000 just to show to the immigration. Just be careful about this kasi tinitignan talaga ng consul yun. Next is the travel insurance covering 30,000 euro with COVID coverage. Nabanggit ko with COVID coverage because since we have ongoing pandemic, so it is required that your travel insurance should have COVID coverage. And I got mine at Star International Insurance Philippine Branch through travelinsurance.com. All the links of all the requirements that I got, I will just link down below for you to easily access all of those. So, kinuha ko lang tong travel insurance through online, everything through online, through email. And around 4 days, nakuha ko na kaagad yung document through email as well. So, print ko lang yun and then yun na yung present ko sa embassy. And then next is yung birth certificate, original birth certificate issued by Philippine Statistics Authority. So, this one, kinuha ko siya directly sa PSA sa Quezon City. You can just get it for 1 day. For the price, I will just flash it on the screen kasi hindi ko na maalala kung magkano ba yung binayaran ko. Also, ito na yung sinasabi kong proof of strong ties to Philippines. Ito yung kailangan mong i-prove na babalik ka sa Philippines. It can be a land title or certificate of home ownership like what I did. Kung meron kayong life insurance with investment, pwede nyo rin isama yon because I included also mine sa BPI, Philam. I also included deposit slips of my life insurance. Alam ko pwede rin siyang i-include for strong proof of strong ties. Kung wala kayong ganon, kung meron kayong senior citizen parents, pwede nyo rin isama yung ID nila. Like you can photocopy that. Tapos kung may mga anak kayo, certificate of enrollment kung pumapasok sila sa school or birth certificates. If may business din kayo, pwede din. You can show your business permit. So, basically, all the legal documents to prove na babalik kayo sa Philippines or yung may property kayo sa Philippines. Next is day-to-day travel plan. This is your itinerary from day 1 from your departure sa Philippines until you come back again dito sa Philippines. So, from day 1, you need to include your travel itinerary. You will include yung date, location, and yung itinerary ko or yung kung ano yung gagawin mo doon sa lugar na yon. So, nag-base ako sa travel plan itinerary ko kay PinaySchengen.com also. Doon May mga examples kung paano niya ginawa yung travel plan itinerary niya. You can purchase online at pinayschengen.com. Next is the round trip flight booking. Ito yung tinatawag nilang dummy ticket. Not necessarily nabayad mo na yung ticket. Confirmed ticket indicating yung departure mo from Philippines until you arrive back again to the Philippines. So you can have this again at pinayschengen.com. Marami siyang services doon that can help you on your visa application. Next is for the part of my fiancé. Ito nga yung sponsorship letter galing sa kanya with supporting documents. So, what are these supporting documents? Ito nga ay yung proof of identity niya, which includes birth certificate, identity cards, like driver's license, passports, residential national ID. Next is yung Seaman's book din niya and Panama book because we are both seafarers. He also included that with the stamps. Next is invitation letter, both English and Italian language. We just prepared it like this because we want to make sure that maybe the Italian embassy will look for the Italian letter. So we just prepared this. Also, just in case sa immigration, kapag dumating na yung araw na aalis na ako dito sa Philippines, pagdating ko dun sa Italy, yung immigration doon, maybe they will look for an invitation letter from him. So I will just show right away the Italian form of his letter. Next is the financial guarantee. Ito yung kasama na nakalagay sa sponsorship letter na galing sa Italian embassy. Next is health insurance. This one he got also online, both of this. I will just link down below where did he get this health insurance and financial guarantee kasi kailangan to na nakalagay to sa sponsorship letter. Next is certificate of employment from previous contract. So we both came from the same ship last contract. So we just both prepared certificate of sea service kung saan kami nanggaling na barko. Next is bank statements niya for 6 months. So I think you can get this also online. He just printed out and he just sent to me everything digitally. Sinendya lang sa akin lahat through email. So siniscan, prepare niya to all by himself sa kanila. Then, in-scan niya to and then he just sent all to me through email. Next is yung copy of payslips niya for 6 months from also our previous contract. Next is proof of accommodation. Ito na nga yung provide niya yung title of the house ng bahay nila. Next is invitation letter again from his parents because they are the owner of the house. Both English and Italian as well with their signature and their identification card kasi to prove that they really wrote this letter. And the last but not the least is proof of relationship. Ito na ngayon basically all the documents you can prepare for the proof of your relationship. In these times of pandemic, kailangan talaga you need to prove that kayong dalawa ay nagkita na. Because that's important, na nakita na kayong dalawa. Hindi pwedeng naging mag-boyfriend-girlfriend na kayo through online and never pa kayo nakapag-meet and then you will apply for Schengen Visa. I don't think the embassy will accept your application. Kung ito yung nire-require nila for them to give you a Schengen Visa. What I prepared are pictures together. I prepared like 30 pages. Basically, our pictures together from the start of our relationship until our last meet up together. So yun. I also included my pictures when I went to Italy and also when he went here to Philippines. All of our travels and what else? Birthday celebrations together, anniversaries. I also all included that. Next is Messenger chats, WhatsApp chats. I just print screen all of our, not all, but some parts of our chats to show to them that we are really in a relationship. Next is screenshot also of our video calls. I also included that. Next is Western Union transaction. Also, we included the receipt where he sent money to me through Western Union. And I also included my boarding passes. When I went to Italy, I just scanned it and print it. Also, our old flight ticket when I went to Italy and also for him when he went to Philippines. Lastly, our proof of employment together, which is the certificate of sea service of all our contracts together, which is total of 4 contracts. We're done for all the requirements, and I'm going to tell you now my reminders and tips for all of you who will be trying to apply for a Schengen visa. Okay, for the application form, just make sure that you signed the 2 parts of the application form kasi baka malampasan nyo yung part na yon. Just also write not applicable for some parts of the application form that not applicable to yours. Never ever leave it blank because it's important for you to write NA kung hindi siya applicable to you. Passport size picture, make sure that you are wearing a formal top like a blazer or something. For the travel insurance naman, make sure that it has 15 days allowance. For example, your trip will be total of 30 days. You need to include an allowance for another 15 days because the embassy requires that. What else? Just make sure yung iyong flight ticket na ipapresent sa embassy ay valid for the time kayo ay mag-a-apply ng visa until ma-accept yung visa ninyo. Kasi some of the ticket reservation ay valid only from 24 to 48 hours. So, take note of that, guys. Also, just make sure that kumpleto ka na sa lahat ng iyong documents before you will apply for the dummy ticket. Kasi ilang days lang siya valid. So, make sure that you're almost complete with your papers. Kung hindi man complete, at least you're almost complete. For the invitation letter, my fiancé prepared. He just addressed it to the Embassy of Italy, and he just also include the address. And the most important part of this letter is that he declared that he will be shouldering all my travel expenses when I will be there to Italy, because since it's a sponsorship visa, so important for him to declare that siya yung mag-shoulder lahat ng cost mo through cash or flight tickets. Also, what I've said earlier, yung kanyang financial guarantee, health insurance. As you can notice, 2 insurance here sa Philippines and doon din. I don't know, we just prepared this to be sure because this is also what we prepared last time when the embassy grant my visa. We just did the same. He declared also in the letter that once I will arrive there, I will do a 14 days quarantine in a dedicated room for me sa bahay nila. I think you can just do your 14 days quarantine sa bahay ng iyong partner. Not necessarily, I think, sa hotel or Airbnb. Basta after 14 days, make sure that you will do a swab test. Also, my tip for the day-to-day itinerary, don't forget to include the 14 days quarantine sa iyong day-to-day itinerary. Because, for example, right away when you arrive to the country, to Italy, make sure that the first day you will go to the police to declare that you are there, where you will be staying at. And after that, yun na nga yung sinasabi kong 14 days period na quarantine. So, ilalagay mo yun from, for example, from January 1 to January 14, 14 days quarantine. After that, make sure also to include that the next day you will do a swab test. And the next day also, I included yung result, waiting for the result, and then yung after that, dun ko na nilagay yung mga other activities that I will do for my whole trip sa Italy. For those who will be asking how long me and my fiancé prepared for our documents, I think we just prepared it for like 10 days. Parang ganun lang namin siya prepare. Because he just sent it everything through online, so hindi na kami nahirapan like we did before na pinadala niya pa talaga through DHL, which took us 5 days before that document to arrive here in Philippines. So I suggest, pwede nyo namang i-scan. So i-scan nyo na lang and then just send through email. Also, for the embassy, tip ko lang is bring exact amount of money to pay for the Schengen visa. It cost 80 euro and that's 4,577 pesos. Just make sure you have that exact amount. Kahit may coins, okay lang kasi they will ask you to put in an envelope. So, dun yung ilalagay yung payment. Hindi sila nagsusukli doon. So, make sure you bring exact amount of money. Ayun guys, that's it for today's video. I hope nakatulong ako sa inyo. If you have any questions, feel free to message me through my Instagram account or through email. I will just put everything down below. Good luck on your application. Be confident and be comfortable with yourself. Because lakas ng loob lang yung dadalhin mo dun sa embassy. When I was there, sobrang kabado. But if you're complete with your documents, nothing to worry. Important, before you came there, make sure that all your documents are complete, signed, and be prepared if the visa officer asks you some questions. Good luck to your visa application, and maybe I'll see you when I will be in Italy. So I'm so excited. I'm planning to do some vlogs also when I will be there with my fiancé. So stay tuned for that. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!